Yeah, so it says the broadcast has ended. Fantastic, for fuck's sake.
What's this? A different time? How very dare.
Either the Twitch or my internet's doing little things. Okay, I have to do the fucking disclaimers again. GameChops is the original game music record label, producing licensed remixes of video games. And I think it's cut out again.
Yeah, I don't have any on the list.
Its co-op is on. Okay, trying to get back on again. Fuck's sake, OBS, do the right thing. Piece of shit. GameChops is the original music record label, producing licensed remixes of video game music, safe for use on Twitch and YouTube, established by DJ Cutman in 2011. Piping all like, hi.
Yeah, he's sitting on the back of the chair. Because he was getting in my face, so I'll just pick him up and put him over my shoulder kind of thing.
Oh my god, yep. Am I live or am I not live, Twitch? Make up your fucking mind.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You are not live according to my phone.
Right, well, I'm live according to Twitch now. But I don't know how long I've been live for, according to Twitch. Alright, only 16 seconds. I gotta do that thing again.
Hang on. You're still not showing up.
No, I'm showing up on mine. I've got Twitch on here, on my screen. Everyone's seeing infinite Twitch right now.
No, I think it's doing that thing where it says you're live, but it's actually only like those couple seconds. Remember how like it did it with Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah, but I'm literally looking at myself live right now.
Okay, because you're not coming up as live on Twitch on my phone.
Yeah, it's like that as well on my phone. Which phone, dumb?
Okay, I will check on my desktop because I think it's doing the thing.
Alright, GameChops is the original game music record label, producing licensed remixes of video game music. Safe for use on Twitch and YouTube, established by DJ Cutman in 2011.
No, Lazzy, it's doing the thing. You are not live.
It says I've got many things of me on live right now.
I know, but like it's not coming up in the app. It's not coming up on the desktop. It's doing the thing where it says you're live, but you're not.
Then how am I seeing myself in two different places at once live?
Because it's doing the thing it did in Cult of the Lamb.
It says live on Twitch. It says live underneath my logo on Twitch.
Yep, and that's what's coming up on my phone, but it's not playing the video live. It's just got a video that a VOD that's adding to it.
Close down your Twitch completely.
Which I have done. It did this with Cult of the Lamb and you had to restart the stream.
Not saying I'm live now.
Oh, you cheeky dick waffle. Okay, it's finally cooperating with me. Stop being a fuck, Twitch.
Jesus Christ, okay, apparently this game takes place in at least before 1984. Because there's a vote for Jeff. Jeff Jefferson. That's right.
I don't know, isn't that how American elections go?
Pretty much.
How did shopping go?
Yeah, but alright. There was a whole lot of extra stuff that we had to grab for the housemate. So my back played up a lot more, and my degrading sacrum has decided that it wants to play up today. For those who are not aware, I have horrendous back degrading issues, and my sacrum, my right sacrum, which is the socket section on where your hip bone connects to your thigh bone, I believe, is that the femur? I think it's the femur. It's that in between section. So yeah, that my right hip is degrading, which is always fun.
More commonly and lamely known as arthritis.
Yep.
Because that can hit you at any age. Come on. Ding.
So that little art project thing I've been saying I've been doing on Discord is for the YouTube algorithm. If you have a recognizable face, at least on the thumbnail art, as well as the background of the thumbnail art being a part of the video game or whatever the fuck you're doing, that can help boost you into the algorithm to get onto like people's For You pages. So I am currently...
Is that my Discord or your Discord that's making that noise?
We've got one more advertising forward left, I think. But yeah, so I've redrawn out my logo in a bigger pixel rate, and going through all the games I've archived, and okay, got the achievement. And what I'm doing is, if they share like a similar theme, like for example Contraband Police and Papers, Please, they're going to share the same like revamped logo, which will be for that one because it's vaguely Russian area with border patrol stuff. I'm going to have like a little Russian and like fuzzy hat kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the color scheme of my thing will change to be mainly red and dark maroons and black. The PowerWash one, I was going to do a PowerWash suit, but I decided instead I'm just going to completely cover my, what do they call it, my logo in like the, kind of like the,
dirt.
yeah, the dirt, the grime that you see in the game, and like bird poo. But then I'm gonna like erase out parts of it for what the logo would be underneath, as if it's already been power washed in some sections. I'm gonna do one for Pokemon where it's me being an ice themed trainer because that's my type of Pokemon that I like.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the types with one of the most weaknesses. I'm like, now against my babies. For mini painting, I'm gonna do just my regular logo, but gonna put a paintbrush in its mouth and like paint swatches on the face, and just stuff like that. So it's gonna be themed for Beyond Good and Evil. I'm just gonna change it all to a green color scheme. Some of them are a hell of a lot more simple than the others, but I drew my like base of my fuzzy Russian hat last night, and I was like, I'm losing my mind. This is fucking hilarious to me for some reason. Probably because in my old friendship group from Adelaide, we used to call those moose molester hats.
Okay.
That was just what they were called. And someone found a bright, like fluorescent pink version of them at an op shop and just brought it home and just could not stop laughing. Because it was like an assault on the eyes. It was that fluorescent.
That hot bubblegum pink.
Mm-hmm. It's like someone just cut off the top of multiple pink highlighters and just drenched a white one of them in the pink highlighter. And I also want to put like a gold eagle and parts of a star on the hat for the Russian themed one, because like, you know, they sometimes have what do they call it, like insignias for different areas. But
So just be a little bit careful with some of the iconography.
yeah, because I actually had, I thought to myself already, I don't want to do something that ends up being either pretty damn close or accidentally a racist iconography on there. So I had to look up a database of racial icon, I think it was hate crime.
What is not a hate symbol?
Yeah, I had to look up hate crime symbols so I could avoid them.
So, something that I learnt recently, and this news is a month old, the Nazis tried to invade Sheffield over in England.
Oh.
They got their shit kicked out of them.
Fantastic.
Sheffield is a safe haven for all people, and they were not having it.
Sheffield was a safe haven for everyone but the Nazis. I fell down the rabbit hole again of people getting the shit kicked out of them after they start on someone else. There was a video that I absolutely loved watching of, there was a dude, I think in London, walking around with a machete, menacingly smashing it against the floor when people were near them. So you just see a car come up behind them and ram them onto the ground, and then like 10 pedestrians just start beating the shit out of the machete wielder.
Yeah, England does not mess around.
Find around them. They're like, you know, fuck around and find out.
I probably stated this before, I'm friends with a skinhead.
Oh.
Like a real skinhead. From the olden days where it's like, if you are of the minority, you have my protection.
Ah, yeah, like the anarchy punk skinheads, not the I'm taking the monarch of skinhead to make myself look like a neo-Nazi kind of skinheads.
No, he's the real deal, and he's a total fucking sweetheart. He has autism.
Oh.
Which is very much, plays into that sense of justice of, nope, that is a human being, and you will leave them alone, or I will make you.
Oh, one particular fucking bullying another child one made my blood boil. There was a blind kid, and the bully started punching him in the face because he couldn't see. Ooh, and then like his, I think slightly older, maybe a grade or two above him, friend of the blind kid comes in and cracks the bully so hard it sounds like a firework hitting the jaw.
Good.
And the kid just ate shit and went to the floor. And then everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing? He's like, he's punching a blind kid. What the fuck are you doing? That's what the guy was saying to everyone, but he's getting like...
That is the correct response, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be protecting the minorities.
Like, I'm sorry. Do you see someone just beating the shit out of a blind person and you do nothing? Same thing kind of happened in Paris where recently a teen, because oh boy, do we love what teens think they can get away with these days, was threatening to beat the shit out of a pregnant lady at a bus stop. And then some big skinhead looking dude just beats the shit out of this teenager.
Yep.
And then the teenager's on the floor crying after he gets cracked one for what is clearly justified. Like, not so tough now, are you? When it's, you know, someone who isn't pregnant has to fight back. Ooh.
You can't dish like just because you get away with this at home, because for some reason your parents are afraid of losing you to Child Protective Services. So I think that might be a blessing at this point.
I was about to say that myself.
If you see someone who is disabled, if you see someone who has special needs, if you see someone who is more vulnerable than you, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Because karma is going to come for you, and it will come very hard.
Mm-hmm. And not in a sexy way. Oh, God. Oh, that just reminded me. I cut up a bunch of oranges before my last Dead Rising stream and just sitting there eating them, and I'm offering my mum some. And she's getting like covered in orange juice while I'm just sitting there. And I peel off the, I do this weird thing with a quarter of an orange. I get the corner of the rind and I stick my thumbnail underneath it, and then I can just kind of slowly but surely nudge out the whole wedge away from the peel and just stick the whole thing in my mouth. Mum's getting covered in orange juice. She turns to me. She's like, how did you do that? I'm like, well, I just do this like I showed her what I did, what I just explained. And then she tries to do it herself later on, and she's like, how did you rub one out? I'm like, excuse you? What did you say to me? And she's like, you know what I mean? How did you rub it out?
Mom!
Yeah, I'm like, how dare? My Twitch will know about this. I went full Draco Malfoy. I think my exact words were, first of all, never ask me that again. Second of all, this is how I did it. Hey, Parky. Oh my god. Brings back.
But I love that picture of Milo that you put up.
Oh my god, yeah. He's learned that if I could stick as much of it in my mouth as possible, he won't be able to get it. He does all these doofy faces, like Mum and I just sit there watching something on Netflix together, and then he just runs in with a toilet roll or like a piece of plastic and has it in his mouth, and he looks like he's been stung by bees.
Pomegranates.
So how
we'll see if I get sick of them.
Yeah. How are you supposed to eat pomegranate? Like, is it like the red things you eat, or any other
seeds.
flesh? Okay.
The seeds on the inside.
What do you do with the rest of the pomegranate?
You more or less throw it out. It's just a casing.
Okay. It's a biodegradable one, so I'm sure you can make it into a compost for like all the rest of the gardens as well.
Because Log has a compost bin. It's shaped like a barrel, but it's sideways, and it's on like a pair of A-frames, so you can spin it.
That's cool.
So you can make sure everything's mixed in really well. Nothing's settling on the bottom. I'll have to see how how acidic it is, because there are some things that you really just don't want to be putting in your compost.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be putting onion in there.
Oh god, no. Makes me wonder about like acidic fruit rinds, like orange and lemon, if they would be okay or not.
Well, as long as they're going like back to the tree or a similar tree, like they're obviously designed to grow that sort of thing, so
Yeah.
it works just fine. So you finally figured out the technique.
Oh, what for these tracks?
Yeah.
Oh, so annoying. So many of them.
Just go for the sides, you can get all that underside as well. It's the one that's closest to the platform that's the most annoying.
Switch it over to that one.
So do you know what a moon gate is?
Moon gate, not familiar.
Okay. They're very pretty. And there's many different ways that you can decorate and build them and stuff.
Oh.
So Log originally wanted a rose arch.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. That's great. I've suggested a moon gate. And it's just like, that's what's happening now.
Oh god. So if you were to describe the difference between a moon gate and an arch, what would you call it? What would you say?
A moon gate looks like a portal, and they're fucking magical to look at. It looks like it's a circle.
Okay.
Like it's not a perfect circle because obviously you don't want to have to like step over it every time, but
Yeah.
you know what, like those Japanese gates where it's like a circle gateway.
Yeah.
That's a moon gate.
Oh, pretty.
And to make it even better, it's the roses that is chosen are these dark purple ones.
Ooh.
So these are going to be magical looking roses on a magical looking portal that will lead into his garden area.
Pretty.
And the entrance of the shed, but you know.
Yeah. You can start devising ways to backstab party members, like in the Gardens of Andros from Game of Thrones with Littlefinger. Or the South Park freaking episode where Cartman's doing that to conspire against Stan and Kyle for wanting to choose Xboxes. They wanted to choose PS5s over Xboxes. The old man screams at him, "Will you stop taking people like fucking garden?" It's like, "Fuck you, man. And fuck you, I'm calling the cops. Do it, call the cops." Just screaming out his window, freaking, "He's gonna betray you. The 5th kid he's brought into this garden this week. He's gonna betray you."
I haven't watched South Park in years. Did you know that the far right can't tell that it's satire against them?
Oh, I know. I mean, we're pretty sure that was happening with Amazon's The Boys as well.
Okay. I've just been informed by my housemates that they are going to Bunchies.
Okay. They have to get your pomegranate tree another pomegranate so it's not lonely.
No, we're getting actually a bunch of trees.
Good.
One of my housemates wants pears.
Oh, yes.
Like a real pear tree, not the ornamental piece of shit that's out the front.
Mm-hmm.
I want cherries, but we're going to get a dwarf cherry tree because cherry trees get massive.
Yeah.
And there has been discussions for an apple tree, but we haven't decided what kind of apple tree. Because if you try to grow it from seeds, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So you actually have to get a grafted tree.
If I was going to grow an apple tree, it would probably be a green one.
I want to grow golden ruby apples. No, ruby golden apples? I think ruby golden apples. The flesh is super thin. The flesh is really soft. I used to bake them when I was done at the bakery. I will have to dig out the photo for you. This apple is so big you can barely see my fingers behind it.
Oh lord.
Used to get them from the greengrocer that was next to the bakery. Haven't been there in so long that I don't know if it's still there. But a lot of their stuff was seasonal, so it's just like, this is the real stuff.
Yeah. And that was really good too, like buying them from like the greengrocer next door, so it was like local business supporting local business. That's
And
the kind of
because
shit
it's
I like
not
to hear.
a supermarket contract, you had massive produce in there. Drives me fucking crazy that so much of it gets dumped because it's just like, oh, it's too big, it's too small, it's got a defect. Fuck you. Give me real food. There's a company that's buying, like, no, like they're collecting like the rejected stuff.
Yeah.
And making what they're calling farmers boxes. Unfortunately, they don't deliver to our area yet, but this fucking, as soon as I got that shit.
Oh yeah.
Gimme.
That was like back in Morpheville before I moved up here. We were on the line of where, because Uber Eats wasn't quite big in SA until about a year into when we started living in Morpheville. And once we were past the line of where they were willing to like send out Ubers to, it was like, oh my god, let's get Macca's at 3 a.m.
Yep. Cheeky Macca's run? No. It's being brought to me.
Yeah. Good.
Used menu log and Uber Eats bots when I worked at the bakery because
Yeah.
fucking tired. You know, I got paid. I just want something nice for me. Funny, sometimes like I'll go into work and like we'll find out that day shifter, like some day shift people have put their money together and gotten pizza.
Yep.
God, I walked in one day and like one of the guys, he's not, English isn't his first language, he's not originally from here, and he's just like, oh, they had a pizza party without us. It's like, no, they didn't. If this was a staff pizza party, there would have been an announcement.
Yeah.
You were getting upset over nothing.
Yeah. Right, another caravan job. Oh, this guy's a fucking nerd. Going on about how, like, if you stacked enough caravans, they would be about 2,000 miles high. That's a tantalizingly, 230 something thousand miles from the moon. I'm like, oh my god, fucking nerd, go away.
Sounds like autism.
Don't make me feel bad.
Someone's special interest.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, all those like symptoms that people these days put out there about like hyperfixations being a part of like ADHD.
Yep.
You totally see me with that. I'm in a mini, not so much mini painting phase at the moment, but I'm definitely paying more attention to them. Like I'm starting to prime them, I'm putting them together. So like I'm
do you remember how you met me? I'd never cosplayed before.
Yeah.
Do you remember how quickly my shit came together?
Oh yeah.
That's because sewing is one of my hyperfixations.
Yeah. Do you still sew that much these days?
Not at the moment because I don't have a space set up for it, but I do intend to, like when the space gets set up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my wardrobe I had to donate because I tailored it to when I was 25, thinking that I had grown as much as I was going to.
Yeah.
Not knowing about second puberty.
Mm-hmm. That's right, kids. There's 2 of them.
3 if you are trans.
Yep.
And I wish you all a very happy transition.
I love all the videos of F to M trans people, like with their progress, and they're like, "This is me with 30 weeks of oh god." I love those voice cracks so much because I've been there, like naturally as a cisgendered male. It was just so funny. Like I know exactly what you're going through and how embarrassing it is. Like my voice still cracks today, like sometimes just out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my god, I'm 33, can you not?
I like watching all happy transition videos.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing your joy.
Exactly.
I think one of the ones that I was most amused by is just like, okay fellas, we need to talk. You keep talking about how you're more rational than women. I've started tea, and I have never felt more irrational and emotional in my life.
Oh, Domino's. Mad Domino's. Hey, treat yourself to pizza. No, we had pizza last night. Shut the fuck up.
I only order Domino's when I want the sides.
I can understand that.
I do not eat Domino's pizza. The only pizza that was worse than Domino's was Eagle Boys.
Oh, God, Eagle Boys. Fuck.
And that one ended up being so bad, they no longer exist.
Yeah. I'll find that 9 times out of 10, like, a local pizzeria will be so much better than Domino's.
That's because it'll be some ethnic family that's been doing it for generations.
Our local back in Morford Vale was run by, like, a proper Italian family. And
Probably homemade sauce, like a secret family recipe.
it was so fucking good, but I think the rest, like the children, had their own businesses, like, you know, growing up, doing their own thing eventually. And like the father, who was now probably a grandfather at his age, was like, I can't do it anymore. And they just sold the franchise off to someone else in that particular spot. It didn't necessarily, I wouldn't say it went downhill because the quality was still good, but there was a good 2 or 3 months when they were like getting there. Like
Still finding their feet.
Yeah. So it definitely dipped in quality for the first 3 months, but then they found their niche on what type of pizzas they did, and they were great.
So the best pizza I ever had was around the corner from me when I like 2 moves prior.
Yeah.
Done by the father. Unfortunately, he passed away, and the kid did not have his skill.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's a shame.
Because somehow that was the best pizza I'd ever had.
Yeah.
Don't know what he did differently, but it was the best pizza I've ever had. And a place that I am now too far to patron, but I also really enjoy because they do kind of weirdish flavors.
Okay.
Like, have you ever had a butter chicken pizza?
Yes. That was one of the pizzas at the Italian place that was amazing.
So, yeah, like, that's the kind of, like, you find, like, all the regular pizzas and stuff, but, it's called the Rolling Dough.
Ooh.
Their mascot, so their icon mascot, is a dabbing panda.
Oh my god, I love that.
And they buy the pizza boxes that have a bit that you can tear out, like in a semicircle.
Yeah.
So that what you do is you open the pizza box away from you because it makes a pizza bib, and you can just use the box as a plate. We're too far away to go there anymore.
Yeah. With you saying that the father passed away and like the kids didn't have the skills, like that makes me remember how I'm kind of worried that whenever I go back, say like some of my local businesses, like the grandparents that had been around for so long, I'm wondering if like how their health is going, because for example Gloria Jean's back in the Lunga Centre, coffee shop for those who don't know,
The one that we boycotted for years.
yeah, and then I got like information about how the local that I went to didn't support that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, we're all good with these ones. Like the father or the grandfather and the grandmother were working there for years, and now they're like semi-retired, where they'll come in sometimes and just clear tables when they're around and just go relax with their old friends. But I've noticed a rapid decline in the sense of, oh wow, like you can really see their age now. It's like it suddenly kicked in that their cells were like, okay, we old, we need to actually look at. So I'm worried that they're going to be past by the time I come back. So they're going in late February into mid-March for time down in Adelaide with everyone. And I'm definitely going to go there, get me my coffees.
The ding and the train sounds still put me on edge because it's just like, oh, do I have to get off the tracks?
Yeah.
Because despite the fact I have never been in danger of being hit by a train because I am not an idiot, it's still something that bothers me for some reason.
Yeah, I dropped my cane once and it went on the tracks and I couldn't reach it, so I had to jump off the platform and get my cane and then walk all the way back. And there was an oncoming train in the completely different like track section that was still like honking at me like, what are you doing, what are you doing? And I'm like, I can see you. I am like the disabled, not the blind. The other type of disabled. I can see.
I'm not trying to throw myself in front of you, I promise.
Mm-hmm. And like, if the cane had landed, you know, off to the side or in between, I could have just went like, oh, okay, it's fine. Like, I'll just report it that it's fallen off and I'll just go buy a new cane when I'm in the city. I'll be sitting down on the train for a while. It'll be okay for me to walk without a cane for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes maybe.
Is this your grandfather's cane?
No, thankfully it wasn't that one.
Okay.
But like, it was one that I would have easily been able to just spend another $20, $25 and got a new cane. But it didn't. It landed on the tracks, so I'm like, oh, that could cause some issues. As in,
probably wouldn't have done anything. It probably would have just crumpled. But still,
yeah,
you know, you don't want to be leaving stuff like that.
yeah. If you've heard the horror stories of people that like to bend pennies and stuff on train tracks, but the train's actually like clunked and derailed, like it's very rare.
As far as I know, that's never actually happened. It's just an urban myth that they started telling kids to try to get them to stop doing it.
Oh, well,
because the
hope so.
kids would get too close to the tracks.
Ah, yeah.
And just like the vortex of air would just suck them towards the train.
Hmm. Yeah, so I had the feeling
never
of.
Happened.
I went through my mind there, oh god, I'm going to derail this shit. So I'm like, no, get the cane.
Yep. No, complete urban legend.
Mm. Funniest thing about dropping my cane on that tracks though, is I looked down, looked across the way, locked eyes with a teenage blonde girl who just went like, ah, fuck. We just like looked at each other like, ah, fuck. Ding for me, you son bitch. There you go.
Doing that.
What?
I don't know if the platform is dinging at the same time for you.
I was been walking.
No, like the ding, ding. As if like it's announcing a train.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking stop.
This does feel very unsafe, I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the things I have jumped off of in this game, knowing there's no falling damage, I've been fine to think of, oh, this is fine. But as soon as I'm on train tracks, like, and I can hear beeps, I'm like, oh, no. I played too many games.
Feels unsafe, even though there's clearly no danger.
Mm-hmm. Get the dumb ways to die theme in my head.
Because, love you, Victoria. God fucking damn. Was specifically how bad it was getting in Victoria that they had to make that.
Yeah. Like, you're the reason why there's instructions on shampoo bottles. That level of idiocy.
Like, it's not even that. Like, there were a couple of things. It's like, okay, evidently you didn't know that there was an incline for all the train platforms, and this could have been a horrible, horrible, like, accident. Because one of the things that was happening is Mum's not putting brakes on the prams. So it would roll down, and yeah, now there is a baby on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no one lost their life. Some prams were lost because people would jump down and hit the baby. Fuck the pram.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, we had things like that happening, and just like people generally being unsafe. Stop.
I can hear that little beep. One of my favorite transportation kind of memes going on now. Oh, hello, Muskin. Good news. Finally got a fairly normal sleep schedule. That is good. Fairly normal. It's enough for me not to have to yell at you.
But I guess that also means that there's nothing that you're particularly so excited about that you can't sleep.
Woke up 20 minutes ago at 6 a.m. Ooh. If I could have...
That's when I finish work.
Yeah. If I could have a sleeping pattern that would allow me to get up at like 8. I need to put in some solid work to try to do that though. I would love to be a little bit earlier with things.
It's one of those things, like, you've really just got to find out just like what is your actual, like, natural rhythm.
Yeah.
Because for me, staying up until like 5, 6 a.m, nothing. And it's been like that my whole life. So it's like, it's crazy to me, like, when I see people start trying to do night shift, and, like, they are not night owls, like, they've taken it solely for the money.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember when I first started, there was a girl that, during our 15-minute break, she would fall asleep.
That is a dangerous game she was playing then. It's like when I see people on buses in early mornings asleep, I'm like, how? You know when you're supposed to get off.
I guess in that situation, if you know roughly how long it's going to take, you could probably set an alarm. So when it's like approximately time to start, stirring, because you've probably got to press the button soon.
Yeah.
But you've got some people that just like wake up on location. It's just like, yep, this is my stop, and they just get up and go, and it's just, what? Also, being able to fall asleep within 15 minutes, what the hell?
Yeah. That's some bullshit. So I don't have shit to do, so it's way easier for me to fuck up my sleep. That is me in a nutshell. Like, if I have something to do, I will get up as early as I need to get up for it. But as soon as I have nothing to do, like, even with streams, sometimes my body will go, no. And I'm like, okay, body, you're the boss.
Sleep dead.
Yeah. I really want to do night/afternoon work, because waking up at 6 a.m. is freaking hell for me. I am everything but a morning person. Yeah, sounds like you should go for, like, night fill in the warehouse, like Agro's doing.
I'm not night fill, we're a distribution center.
That's right. I remember there being a huge change coming to your work, wasn't there? Because didn't
Yep,
you
pretty
do...
much.
Because it's no longer your night shift anymore, is it?
No, it's still night shift.
Okay.
Just how we're doing it's a little bit different because we're not packing online orders anymore.
Yeah.
That is solely for day and afternoon shift. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. And my decant training actually starts tonight, so I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.
Decant?
So, we have a really big machine. There's a whole bunch of conveyor belts and stuff that like moves these plastic containers around.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll be doing is for half the shift we'll be picking things into shop-owned orders only, so like wholesale is what it's called.
Yeah.
The other half is going to be putting things in the machine so that people can pick.
Yeah.
Which I have done it before, but because they put me, my second shift was with a team leader that should not, like, she's great up until she needs to train someone, and then it's just like, you don't belong in this position when you need to be training people because you don't listen. You think an explanation is back chat, and I'm way too stubborn for my own good.
Mm-hmm.
So I got taken off decant for months because I made a mistake. I realized the moment I made the mistake that I'd made the mistake. And I was able to tell her exactly what I had done and ask, okay, how do I fix this? And it's like, oh, I think you've done this. And it's just like, nope, I just told you exactly what I just did.
Yep.
And I was getting frustrated with her because she's not listening. She's getting frustrated with me because I'm supposedly, talking back. And it's just like, then she had the audacity to say, you need to calm down. It's just like, oh, bitch. You're the one creating the issue right now. And everyone I've spoken to, it's like, yeah, that's just what she's like. There are people who were being trained for a higher responsibility position with her. And it's like, I quit that particular training after 3 days. I can't with her.
Yeah. Oof.
And anyone else I've told who is in a position where they are allowed to train people is like, yep, I know exactly what you did wrong, and you know that you did that. And it's just like, yeah, the only thing she needed to say was, you don't fix that mistake, you bring it to the desk and the team leaders fix the mistake.
Yep.
I had to talk through the mistake I made and the process of how I got there fucking twice. And she's like, well, I don't know who trained you. Our supervisor trained me, so I know I was doing the right thing up until I had this momentary lapse of concentration.
Yeah.
On my second shift in this particular area, and no one's shadowing me.
Yeah. Just applied for a job in a game cafe where there's a possibility they can get afternoon/night shifts, and there are 8 positions open, so hopefully I get it. And it's a game cafe with like arcade games and board games and like normal cafe food and / alcohol. Where I hope to get it. Yeah, that sounds like a really cool place to work as well. Hopefully there is a policy in store that people have to shower if they wish to go to the store. Oh, gamers. We stank sometimes. A lot of us don't like to admit that we stank.
I don't stink, I bathe regularly.
I feel like, those gamers is like, I don't stink. What are you talking about? Like, yes you do, Gerald. You smell.
Like, just because you are used to your smell does not mean that there is not a smell.
Mm-hmm. Like, going on a little tangent, and then I'll go back to the whole, like, training thing, so I got a little story that my mum told me about her work. But I saw recently on Twitter, it was a TikTok that was reposted by this, I'm guessing they're 16 or 15, something like that, kid in America, calling his mum abusive because he said that she said to him that he stinks and needs to go take a shower, and he goes, it's only been 19 days since my last shower. Like, that's a small number for them. And I'm like, are you serious? That's fucking revolting. Go have a shower.
Previous friend and housemate would sleep in the clothes that he'd worn that day, and he would just get up and go back to business. And eventually, yes, he would start to smell. And it's like, dude, I can I could smell you before you approached my door.
Yeah.
Have a shower and wash your clothes, and like at that point you have to put your clothes through the washing machine a number of times because one's not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll admit I will wear the same clothes that I wore the day before, but I take them off overnight.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll wear the same shirt a number of times before, like, depending on what happens. Like, if it's a yard work shirt, obviously I'm getting sweaty that day.
Yeah, that's going in the
been worn
wash.
Once.
Yeah.
If I'm just putting clothes on to go to the shops, chances are I'm putting my pajamas back on as soon as I get back in because I'm not wearing jeans for that long.
Yeah.
So those clothes, they don't smell. They've probably just got a bit of deodorant on them. They're good to rewear again the next day, should I need to.
Exactly. And that thing with my mum when she was being trained, apparently her third day at work, her boss walked in and snapped at everyone. And my mum's from Glasgow. She doesn't take kindly to people yelling at her. And it was over, like, I think she said, second day of work, the boss got everyone, like, they brewed cappuccinos for them and gave everyone a free cappuccino for all the hard work everyone was doing on their second day of work. And, like, her workmates and even her boss put their cups on, like, windowsills and stuff while they're working in front of them. And the next day, the boss comes in and offloads on everyone. I don't want to see people leaving their fucking cups around anymore, making the store look like a goddamn mess. It's disgusting. Clean up after yourselves. My mum just went off her nut, apparently, as, like, effing and seeing at her boss on the third day. Like, I know you ain't talking shit like that to me when you're doing it too.
We were all drinking from the cups at current. They weren't being left behind, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Mama don't like no fucking double standards bullshit. Do they pay? Are they friendly? AK doesn't start shit. Them, I don't know how they look / smell lol.
Oh, trust me, it'll matter. When I worked, I was doing a tattooist apprenticeship, and my boss printed out, and did he laminate it? I don't know. Anyway, he printed out a sign and put it in his bay, and so it's like, your hygiene is your business, but if you smell, I will rush.
Yep.
Because apparently he's had a couple people come through and fuck, they stank. And you know what? You're not, and they're like, oh, it's not very good. It's just like, yeah, you stink.
Yep.
And your body is underneath my nose, so.
It was like at South Australia's biggest anime convention, which is also, I'm not sure if it is anymore, but at the time it was the biggest convention in the Southern Hemisphere. They had to start putting it on, like, the convention policies of if you do not shower, you will not be allowed in. Like, people had to wear deodorant and be showered, because if people stunk, they're not putting up with, like, sweaty anime nerds in full costumes that weigh a ton and are really hot. And that convention was during summer. No, it was during winter, wasn't it?
July.
Yeah, so around the rainy season, and people were still so disgustingly sweaty.
Because, like, fine, if by the end of the day you smell, fine, whatever. You know, that makes sense. If you turn up and you smell, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Especially the people that wear the same costume 3 days in a row as well. Like, by the third day, you're just like a walking, like, description of smells.
I just have a can of Glen 20 and, like, just spray the costume out at the end of the day.
But you're also not a disgusting, sweaty anime nerd type that will just not shower.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we're talking about, masking, is
Mm,
like people just not bathing at all and just smelling of sweat and just unwashed ass.
yeah. That was one of the things that the mother was calling their teenage son. It's like, you smell like ass. Go shower. That's all I could hear. Like, I love her so much. And then the follow-up tweet was, so she's kicked me out for the next 2 weeks until I shower. So, yeah, abuse, I should call child services. I'm like, no, you should just shower, you stinky little cunt.
Because I know that for some people who have autism, like bathing is uncomfortable because water touching them is uncomfortable. But it's just like, I don't know how you go about getting around that, but like people have found ways.
Yeah. Ugh. I think one of the lines I heard the mother say as well is like, "Oh, it's child abuse," he says to his mother, and it's like, "Abuse? I have to smell you. That's abusive to me."
One of the guys that we worked with at the bakery, he would come in, he was clearly washed, he was clearly showered, he just had terrible BO.
Yeah.
So like over the course of the shift, apparently like he would smell more and more. Because of how tall he is, I was under his armpit, so I never smelled him. The smell was above me.
Oh, lucky.
But apparently it was very bad. And it drove me crazy because one of the older shop women is just like, oh, he never showers before he comes in. It's like, yes, he does. He's just got really bad BO. And like they started buying cans of deodorant, and it's just like, okay, dude, you're starting to smell. Give yourself a spray.
Yeah.
But like they would act like he'd never shower sort of thing. It's like, no, he's clean when he gets in. Like his hair is still wet from the shower. He is just got very unfortunate BO.
Yeah. It's even worse with like teenage boys because they naturally just stink for some reason. As soon as puberty hits, the teenage boy will smell until they're in their 20s. And
they won't bathe, and they will just put on deodorant, and it's not the same as antiperspirant.
It's really not. Like, it was the case so bad with my eldest nephew that his mother, after he got out the shower, was like, "How do you still smell? Did you use soap?" He's like, "Yeah, I even did my hair with shampoo and conditioner." And she's like, "My God, you're just a boy."
Like, do we need to put you in a bathtub of tomato soup?
Yeah.
Why are you so skunky?
When I went to boarding school, one of my friends had a roommate that showered maybe once a week, if lucky. Otherwise, it was 1 to 2 times a week, and she would always go up close.
Go up close when talking.
Yeah, that's it. That makes a little bit more sense. I'm like having to look at the H key. What's next to the H key? The G key. Go up close when talking, and it was horrible. Even the teachers said to her that she should shower more. Ooh. It's like, what is it with people with terrible breath that like to really get up close to you and talk, and they always like to overpronunciate H's? Like, hello. Like, it is.
Boarding school's not really a thing in Australia, so I don't have anything like that. I do remember in my first high school there was this one girl, she just liked to be in your face when she was talking to you.
Unfortunate.
And I would start to turn so that she wouldn't be directly in my face. So she would move and get directly in my face again. And it got to the point, it's like, if you keep getting in my face like this, I'm gonna start smacking you.
Yeah.
Because I'm clearly moving to get you out of my face. And then, to prove the point, I started getting up in her face. Like, you see how fucking uncomfortable this is? You do not need to be this close.
Yeah. I just imagined you shorter than you already are in high school, being full like Chihuahua mode of, this is how close you are. Do you see how annoying this is? Oh, I actually got frightened for a little bit by the thought.
So here's the thing. High school is where I reached my full height. I've always been this short.
Oh, you peaked on height in high school. Oh, no.
Height-wise, yeah. I think it was actually before high school. But yeah, 148 centimeters when I was 13, and that's it. That's as far as I got.
Oh. Rip.
Yeah, thankfully her breath was not bad, but it was just like, there is no reason for you to be in my face the way that you are to have a conversation.
It was like they never grew out of that toddler stage of like personal space is not a thing, so I must get up close into your mouth to talk to you.
Don't know.
When I talked with her, I would just avoid breathing at all. I peaked in 8th grade, proud 180 centimeters. Ooh, so that is 5'11", almost 6 foot, I believe. And then we have a delightful, how tall aggro again?
148.
Yeah, I'm 185, 6'1".
So Lennox has one of them fancy standing desks that you can adjust electronically.
Ooh, love it.
And when she was adjusting it one day whilst me and Lars were watching, it's like, oh, set it to someone who's at the height of 148. Like, let's see what that looks like. Because like they know how short I am, but they can't conceptualize it.
Yeah.
And what Len established is apparently I am at the perfect height for forehead kisses.
Aww.
Because I put up a picture, because I was just going through pictures, and I found the one where I was a part of the Deadpool cosplay, where I was Kidpool, and it's just like, I'm trying, and like they're trying to conceptualize it. It's like, so what will mess with you more is not only am I, yes, very short, these people are also very tall, which sets it off even more.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, my best friend at my first high school, she nicknamed me the midget. There was literally no one shorter than me. We had year 7s coming in, like, year after year, because in New South Wales, year 7 is first year of high school. They were all taller than me.
Oh, God.
So there was one guy that was shorter than me, but I don't count it because he chain smoked.
Yep.
And he'd started smoking like in primary school, so it's like, I don't count that because he would definitely be taller than me.
Friend of a friend we just used to call Gilly. They were short all the way up into their 20s when they stopped chain smoking, and then they just routed. It was terrifying to see them now be like 6 foot from like 4'5". They just had a huge growth spurt once they stopped smoking.
So yeah, my high school nickname was the midget, which got shortened to Midge.
Hey, how's it going, Midge?
Well, because here's the thing, people would get offended, and it's just like, fuck off. This is my best friend. If I had an issue with it, it would have been brought up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she came with us to Manifest one year, and we were at the hostel, and I ran off ahead because I was really excited. It's my first Manifest. I'm seeing my best friend for the first time in like 6 years. And she's like, slow down, midget. And someone was coming out of the room at the time, and like I just yelled back, hurry up. And he looked at her and said, well, that's a bit harsh. Like, she's my best friend. Fuck off. I was just very, very excited.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So people who knew her for 7 years before I moved into that town mistook us for sisters. We were that close.
Aw, cute.
Because my house was on the way to school, so she would stop in and we'd walk to school together.
Yeah.
So we were seen always together. Even the fuckers to baby zombies, I just scream midget or child.
Yeah.
Because you call anyone shorter than you a midget.
Mm-hmm.
So, Maskin, I'm probably, like, my ear is probably level with your heart. That tends to be, like, the average, like, where I am at. Like, I'm always chest level. I will call anyone younger than me a child.
Oh, absolutely. Immediate picture in my head, you try and swing at me, and I just hold you back with a stretched arm against your head.
See, here's the thing, I know how to get around that. Like, you can't be my size and not know how to get around that.
Mm.
And if I really don't like you, I will do it intentionally, so I can break your arm at the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out. But that was something that I used to do at, something that I did used to do at my first high school, is I would break up the fight between P12 boys.
Yeah.
And they would always thank me afterwards, like, that was really dumb, I don't even know what we were fighting about anymore.
I could have sworn at some point I was using the Austin Powers line on you that Austin Powers' dad would say about Mini-Me. It was like, oh, blimey, thought I smelled cabbage. Because it's good about how, like, short people in the circus and circus folk always smelled like cabbage to them for some reason.
It's because cabbage was in abundance and cheap to purchase.
Sounds about right.
So, you know, cabbage stew or cabbage soup or something like that. It's just like, well, this is about the most nutrition is what I'm gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in Austin Powers it was more a joke of Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But no, back in the olden times, cabbages were very quick and easy to grow.
Hmm.
If you didn't have a lot of money, you're gonna buy a lot of cabbage because, you know what, something's better than nothing.
Exactly. Back in my day, all we had was cabbage, and we liked it.
Have a good shower, Maskin.
Yes, please shower.
Prepare for your day.
Mm-hmm. I'm really not taking any of the messages we're getting from this particular job. I'm really not interested in what this person has to say.
It's very much, if you have a special interest in trains and the history of this world, then this is for you.
Yeah.
I was too busy listening to a horror story about a man that was like some kind of a snake demon. It just... the story takes place mostly underground. And I am here, underground. And this Knife Point Horror is an excellent storyteller. And it's always supernatural, which I greatly appreciate.
Yeah.
Because, like, it will start out not seeming that way, and then, like, as you get deeper into the details, it's just like, you're aware that this is weird, I'm aware that this is weird, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
And I have no idea if he writes his own stories, or if he's, getting them from elsewhere. I just know that he is an excellent storyteller, and I'm not hearing these stories anywhere else.
Yeah. One of my favorite storyteller YouTubers is Mr. Ballin. And I know they get the bulk of their stories, I'm pretty sure, from like Reddit and viewers' stories and that kind of stuff. But they are so good at storytelling, it's insane. And I get other stories from a horror channel called Mortis Media. They're pretty good as well.
I loved listening to Corpse Husband when he was doing stories.
Came about like his community and all that kind of stuff with what happened with him.
What happened?
Oh, Corpse like doesn't upload anymore because like the community got all weird and stalky with him.
It's not only that, he also has a condition with one of his eyes that looking at a screen for even a short amount of time causes it to water a lot. That's why he's got the eye patch.
Yeah, I was about to mention that as well.
But yeah, I know that he went to ground, and he went to ground a while ago, and I don't suspect that he will resurface anytime soon. Because one of his streamer friends got swatted.
Yeah.
And he already has crippling anxiety, so you've got to do what you've got to do.
This is another reason why he didn't want to do face reveal. He didn't want that bullshit to be able to follow him, like.
Because he had his stuff set to push to talk, because one of his fears was that someone would figure out what apartment he was in and like just go through and start ringing doorbells, and then obviously if they hear the doorbell on stream, they'll know they found him.
Yep. People are fucking gross and weird.
Well, that was just a fear that he had. Whether or not it was actually founded, who knows? That's the thing about anxiety. It doesn't always allow you to ground yourself in reality. Because I wasn't particularly interested in his music stuff, I just found him to be very funny and charming.
Yeah.
And I loved, like, watching videos of him interacting with his friends. It was great. Because he seemed to be genuinely happy. And it's just like, that's why I clip the things that I do with you. Like, if something makes you laugh, it's not that, oh, I'm clipping it because I'm amusing. It's just like, no, I just love the sound of your laugh.
My mum makes fun of me for how I laugh. Whenever she hears me laughing on a Twitch clip that I show, she goes, I'm like, fuck you!
Like, when you were absolutely cackling at my frustration, like, that is my new favorite clip.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Like, when something startles you or makes you laugh, like, no, those are my favorite. That's why they get clipped. Those are the ones I want to immortalize.
Yeah. The clips I have of me playing Devour with Riku, like the one where the pig demon creature was running towards someone. I'm like, it's gonna be me, it's gonna be me, it's gonna get me, and then he gets me, and I'm like, fuck me right in the chest, like. Oh, Devour is such a fun game. One of the only games as well that could get Riku to actually be scared.
Ooh, that's really good.
And I'm pretty sure the
Jump scares will only get me if the volume is up super loud, like things suddenly appearing don't get me. It's the loud sudden sound that gets
Yeah.
me. I played Until Dawn, and I had to turn that up so loud so that when the jump scare noises would happen, I would actually react.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking, I'm not scared. That was really loud.
But the only reason that Riku and I don't stream anymore together is life's just gotten in the way of Riku.
Yeah.
Apparently, so you know, adult stuff happens.
They also have a day job.
Exactly.
And that's such a shame because they were really taking off. They got an Udi sponsor, which is very impressive as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah. I could get like Tea Turtle to sponsor me. Holy shit, that would be amazing.
I was gonna be doing a YouTube channel with some friends. And this guy, god damn it, it's so fucking frustrating. He is excellent at getting sponsors. Like, all of our PCs would have been paid, like, been provided.
Oh shit.
But he can't fucking follow through on anything. So, like, I'm ready to get started. Like, I've got my shit together. It's just like, fine, cool. Tell me when we're recording next. Like, when's stuff turning up? What's going on?
Yeah.
Nah. Fell through because he just doesn't follow up and follow through.
I can't stand people like that.
Because when I was doing the group YouTube channel that I was doing with people that I was friends with and that I lived with, one of the hosts left because the truth is they couldn't stand one of the other hosts. And it's like, you know what, fair enough, I'll just say that the drive is too much, sort of thing. Like, you know, we'll spare the feelings.
Yeah.
And they went to join up with another friend's channel, and that ended up not going anywhere because no one could get anything to happen. And it's just like, I will give you this, you make things happen.
Yeah.
So like, I was the one that found the capture device, the programs, I was the one doing thumbnails and all the editing. Like, I was making things happen.
Yeah.
And they went to join this other channel with people that they thought they would mesh with better, and it's just like, yeah, because I told them, tell me the channel, I will support. And it just never ended up happening. They never ended up posting a single thing because they never managed to even record a single thing. I would have things recorded in bulk. We would have stuff ready weeks.
Yeah, that's literally the bread and butter of a successful YouTube channel, is like having the archive of backlog that you can upload. Because like, if you can get a bulk of things to upload and something happens to you, you're fine.
Because each of us had a let's play that was happening, and then we had sideshows. One of them is, I'm gonna make you play. And more often than not, we would pick a game that the person would not enjoy. Because it's funny. And occasionally we would pick something that they do enjoy, and that would end up being like the next let's play that they would do. It's like, I'm gonna continue this because this is just fun.
One of the ideas that Tentacle and I had for our own little one that he would come and do on stream with me was, he would come over and I would connect up my PS4 or 5 to my Elgato, and I would have to sit there and watch him play Bloodborne, because like he said that I would probably never like any of the builds he makes on any of the Souls Blood games, and I would just have to sit there in pure frustration, like biting my hand the entire time he's playing. But then, you know, life got in the way, changed states. He wouldn't have the time these days anyway because he has baby. We were also going to do Dream Daddy with each other at some point. Like, I've even got Dream Daddy, and I still want to do it with him, but be finding the time and matching schedules and whatnot, because they also work in like aged care and disability care. So
Yeah. I wish I had recorded my best friend playing Dream Daddy, because I knew exactly who she was gonna go for, and her reactions were better than expected, and it's just like, oh, I'm so sorry that I didn't record any of this.
yeah. Well, car water, how you doing? Sorry, I don't know how long you've been there. And shower done. Welcome back, Maskin.
I need to find that stupid little tripod for my phone so I can be better at looking at chat. And look, you can see me now. To an extent.
Yeah.
So now I'm not just a disembodied voice when people come in.
You've also been blue the entire time in game.
Yeah.
I'm like right next to you. I just see you stop power washing. And you're just staring at the ceiling whilst you suddenly change clothes colors.
Questioning my life choices, because I don't remember, like, I don't understand why we have to do it every single time.
It's one of the, probably the only bad feature of this game, honestly.
So yeah, you're gonna see me change partway through. I'm probably very far away from my microphone. I'm moving that closer. Yep, no, that is Willow snoring.
Cute.
She is on the bed instead of on the chair. So it's just like... I'm sure that's her. I can't see her. Because like, it's essentially her fur going up her nose.
Oh. I'm not sure if I told you, but there was a moment where I first moved up here and I was laying down with Milo, and a little moth flies onto my knee, and I pick it up and I, with one finger in it, just like stays on my finger. And Milo's like, oh, what that? I sniff, and it goes straight up his nose. And then he's like, oh fuck, and starts sneezing everywhere. And he gets like angry that he sneezed because of the moth. And he goes to like bap it with his paw, and he absolutely just crushes the moth. And he's like, oh no, I broke it. One of the funniest expressions I've ever seen him have. It's like, oh, sniff, oh no, sniff.
Because yeah, the dust would have come off the wings, up his nose. Oof. Yeah, that reminds me of something Wags did. Wags was one of my housemate's ferrets. We would give him chicken necks because that's just a really good thing to give ferrets. It's good for the teeth. There's meat on it, like, you know, everything about it is good. He stashed one of them in the garage.
Oh.
So it never smelled.
Okay.
But what happened is, I don't know, because it was over winter, it was really cold, it ended up petrifying. And we didn't really let him out there because we didn't want to open the garage door because the garage is fucking cold.
Yeah.
So we finally opened the garage for the first time in however long, and he's gone out there and he's grabbed his chicken neck and brought it in and put it in front of Michael. It's like, fix it. Because that's something that ferrets will do, is if a toy breaks and it's not doing what it's meant to, they'll usually take it to their human. It's just like, fix it. You've got some stories where ferrets have found a mouse and they haven't recognized that it's food. and they play with it until it dies, and then they bring it to their person, and it's just like, fix.
Aww.
But, for Eben and Yuki, they knew what to do with mice. We're cleaning out the outdoor enclosure, and we found the frame of a mouse.
Oh.
So they'd had, all those good organ meats.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the poor thing made the mistake of wandering into a carnivore's enclosure.
Yep. I saw a comic about like pet owners that are like, I'm an 18th level vegan who doesn't eat anything that casts a shadow. And it's like, oh, good for you. And then they're like, the speech bubble comes up of, and so is my dog. And the other person who's being spoken to in the comic grabs the, and so is my dog speech bubble, and like smashes it down into the shape of a dick and shoves it up the other guy's ass.
If you want a vegan pet, get a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are omnivores, and you know what? With a lot of supplements, like with a fuck ton of supplements, you can put a dog on a vegan diet. It's not good for them.
Yep.
And if you try to do that with a cat, they'll die of malnourishment because they're obligate carnivores.
Yep. I love those videos of vegan pet owners who think they own a vegan pet, trying to be like, okay, do you want these yummy greens or this disgusting processed mincemeat? And within like 3 seconds, not even that, of having the mincemeat on screen, the dog just dives for it like, nah. You're like, no,
nutrition,
no, you're a vegan, no. We can't change nature, it's just the way the things they are. Yes, we can. We told a lion to eat tofu. Goes over to the lion. Throws a brick.
Malnourished and dying.
Mm-hmm. The damn processors. I'll get more bricks. Oh, excellent. Classic Futurama. Why did you kidnap us here, and why did I have to take a cab? Zoidberg, I swear. I fucking love Zoidberg. The president is choking on my gas bladder. What an honor. When they're all trying to get Bender off the hook for being a really bad job at being Santa, and he's getting prosecuted by a court of law. And everyone's like, you can't prosecute him. He's not Santa. I'm Santa. And they do that with 3 other characters. And then Zoidberg walks in a Jesus costume. It's like, and I'm his best friend, Jesus. And then 2 minutes later, into the joke of all this stuff, they're like, okay, so you're not Santa or you're not Santa. And how dare you lie in front of Jesus? I'm sorry, my lord. Zoidberg's like, it's okay. And
I had good jokes, and there was some really good thought-provoking episodes.
Oh, yeah. But whenever it came to like Robot Santa dishing out like punishment for all the bad sinner people, they're on the naughty list. It was always Zoidberg being on the good list and getting like a pogo stick or something.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that.
Because I feel like when it comes to Zoidberg, he's trying, but it's all culture shock.
Oh, definitely.
And it's not a free pass of, oh, it's culture shock. It's like, no, he's genuinely trying.
Yeah. The first episode where Fry goes to the future and has to get a physical by Zoidberg. He's like, go to our company doctor, Dr. Zoidberg, and you get a physical. He's like, okay, notices that it's a lobster man. He's like, okay, now open your mouth So Fry opens his mouth. He's like, no, I said your mouth. It's like, that's the only mouth I have. Oh, interesting. And starts writing it down in the notebook.
Because that begs the question, which aliens was he doing physicals on for his medical degree?
Mm-hmm.
Neighbor's making another deal.
I also told my mother about how on the channel, even when just playing games by myself and there's like a revving car in the background, I just yell out, oh, the tiny penises have come out. And then someone did it on your end, and you're like, oh, guess my tiny penis is out. I'm like,
Yeah, it's just like, yes, my tiny penis heard your tiny penis. And it's just like, oh no. Because I realized what I was saying as I was saying it, and I tried to pivot, and it didn't work.
No, I told that to Mom, and she lost her fucking mind.
We gotta find that and clip it.
Oh, we do. We definitely know it was in a PowerWash game at least, so...
I think it was the last one.
Yeah.
Somewhere, like, in that third quarter.
Mm.
Yep. Heard the car door, heard the gate, music is off. Like, do they think they're being subtle? Oh no, now he's just gonna play music. I wish that like the surge protection wasn't so good in Australia. I just like wish that electricity would surge through and just blow up his sound system. Oh no, it's an act of God. You have to pay out of pocket. Hello, Sama.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, he's not making any, like, he's not meowing at me, he's just shaking, so he's jingling. Dufferhead got himself stuck in a room.
Oh. Silly little twat.
Well, they'll go into... So, like, one of our housemates, he doesn't like cats. He's not going to do anything to them.
Yeah.
Because that's just not what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cats really like to go into his room if the door is open. And sometimes they go directly under his bed, and he doesn't know that they're there.
Yep.
And then you have a moron meowing at the door.
It's like a week or so ago. It was late. I finally closed the back door to start going to bed. I'm laying there, I'm just watching something on Netflix, can't remember what. And I checked around to find Parker and Milo. Milo's really easy to find because he's not like a really dark shade of brown. He's quite a light tan boy. But then like Parker, who was very dark, like auburn, but in the pitch black of nighttime, you can't see him at all. So I went to lay down there for an hour, just about to fall asleep, and then I hear Parker barking, and I'm like, Parker, shut up! Because I'm like grumpy now that I'm awake again, fully awake. Keep watching TV, and an hour later I hear more barking, and I'm like, where is he? He was outside at 2 a.m. just sitting on the back porch, barking at the door every now and then, like, let me in, you forgot me, I peed and then you left. And then he got all the cuddles for like an hour, as I felt guilty as fuck.
Oh, so you know the tactile floor that we're working on here?
The what, sorry?
Sorry, the yellow bits?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like hardly anywhere in the world that uses them.
Really?
Yeah. Because they also actually haven't set them up correctly in-game, sort of thing. Because in Australia, we have ones that lead up to it.
Yeah.
Because for people who don't know, it is an accessibility thing.
Yeah.
It is so that a blind person can feel where the edge of the platform is.
Yeah, without toppling over and hurting themselves quite bad.
Or, you know, just ending up on the tracks.
Mm.
Like, what we do at traffic lights with, that little bit that you can put your finger on.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently I think that might actually be exclusively Australian.
Wow.
And, like, the tactical, lead up to, like, the curb where it is as well.
Yeah.
So, in some ways, we're very much ahead. Others, we are very much behind.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why, like, it does all the noises so loudly is obviously for those who are visually impaired, but those...
Well, the hearing impaired, because...
Yeah. Because the hearing impaired, like, if you keep your finger on the part above or below the button, you can physically feel it, like, doing the bass.
Mm.
So you can, like, know that it's time to cross.
Because, yeah, it's two different pulses. It's the slow doot, doot, doot when you're waiting to cross, and then do-do-do-do-do-do when it's time to go.
Which actually made it into a Billie Eilish song.
Yep.
I love that. Oh, there's Logan his fart.
Hello!
Hello, Log. How are you doing, darling?
Log's been doing yard work all day.
Ooh.
Because they're doing, like, pavers around, like, the shed garden area.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the bunnies run.
Yeah. Got to go to Bunnings twice.
I only knew
We
about the
forgot.
first one.
We forgot what we went in there to go for. So what did you do? Went in there, bought all the stuff, and then
Probably
like got in the
some
car.
stuff, came back,
Yeah.
realized what they actually needed, and went back.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking. what other stuff. Got to the car, then I remembered. It keeps me around for a reason. Lol.
Okay, so you didn't make it back to the house. You just made it to the car and then went back in.
Mm-hmm.
Better case scenario.
No, thank goodness. It was a weekday, so no sausage stizzle. No! Dude, how did you shit up there, Laz? Look, sometimes it's really explosive when I say it's explosive, okay? Sometimes I paint the bowl, sometimes I paint the ceiling. Really depends on how many flips I do because of the initial fart. Got on the cheese. Luckily for me, I do not have lactose intolerances. Bastard.
Yeah, Log is very lactose intolerant. Our other housemate is only he's a little bit lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's me.
Just existing. Like how bad the lactose intolerance got for vanilla rye bread when we were living together. I opened up a carton of milk in the kitchen, and all the way from his room I could hear him fart, and I'm like, oh my god. He's like, I have a problem. I loved living in that house. Everyone had the exact same sense of humor. So it was like quick fire, rapid jokes of anything that we were doing. I'm so lactose intolerant, regular lactose intolerance looks like a frolic in a spring meadow. You don't get the runs, you get the gallops.
Oh no, he vomits.
Oh.
Which makes it all the worse because he has a vomit phobia.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have anxiety in the mix.
Yeah. You must train your lactose intolerancy to make you vomit from your butt.
And then there's other people that get stomach ulcers.
Oh. Yeah. Hanging Kodos from The Simpsons. Are you crying? No, I'm simply vomiting from my eye sockets.
I remember reading a story. They'd just gotten, for someone who was lactose intolerant, they'd just gotten out of the hospital for stomach ulcers as a result of, people lying about whether or not there was milk or lactose in something.
Oh.
So they've gone to a cafe, ordered a lactose-free thing, and she's watched them, and it's like, it's not lactose-free. They haven't used the lactose-free milk. And instead of saying anything, they've just gone, fuck it. I am going to ruin your whole day.
Mm-hmm.
So they've drank it. It's set off, like, you know, the healing ulcers. And their mum, who they were with, has gone absolutely ballistic at them. Like, we've just gotten out of the hospital because people like you aren't being careful.
Yeah.
Of course, the mum doesn't know that they've intentionally self-sabotaged, but yeah. Unfortunately, unless you allow for natural consequences, some people just don't fucking learn.
No, they don't.
Because I've like, I think it was when I was still on Tumblr, like secret confessions. It's just like, I work in a movie theater, and when someone orders sugar-free, I give them regular. It's just like, motherfucker. I get that. It's like, if a skinny girl orders sugar-free, I give them full. It's just like, motherfucker, if they have diabetes.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't just fill the order, okay? It's a different button. It's not hurting you. These options exist for a reason.
Yeah.
Because older housemate has a friend who called off their engagement on the spot because they've got a seafood allergy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only if they consume it that it becomes dangerous. Like, they can be around seafood, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they went to this place. The fiance ordered seafood, and whilst he went to the bathroom, he came back, he ate some of the food, like, okay, no, this is cross-contamination, there's seafood in this, sort of thing, because he immediately ended up in the hospital. Sort of thing, like, it's, as soon as he comes into contact, it's like EpiPen, hospital, this is very, very serious. She had put a drop of, like, whatever, like, seafood juice oil stuff was on her plate onto his, because she didn't believe that he was as allergic as what he claimed.
I don't fucking get people like that.
So he, on the spot, is like, okay, all of your stuff is out by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Would you have done this to a child?
Yeah, it's like, I have told you how many fucking times I'm allergic to that.
Well, it's not even that, like, he had told them multiple times. It's that he explained to her, yeah, you know, it's only if I consume it, it's dangerous, but, you know, it will immediately hospitalize me, and she didn't believe it. So she decided to run an experiment.
Fucking bitch.
And as a result, yeah, she lost her relationship. She's like, no, I'm sorry, I've learnt my lesson. It's just like, no, you fucking haven't.
No, you only learnt your lesson, in quotation marks, because your actions had consequences. Because you wanted to fuck around and find out.
Don't remember if he pressed charges or not.
Oh, I would have. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. You willfully and knowingly did this, knowing that there was a risk to life.
I agree.
Don't mess with people, allergies. And for people who don't know, intolerances is just, it's usually just considered a mild allergy. It's still an allergy.
Yeah.
The more you provoke it, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah.
A woman I work with, one of the things she's allergic to is soy. And she went camping with her husband, cousin, one of his best mates, and his new girlfriend. She's vegan.
Oh.
So she, like, workmate and her cousin are both allergic to soy. Her not as much as the cousin. And despite the fact, you know, it was in the group chat of these are people's allergies, so, you know, make sure you're planning your food around this. Because we're, you know, a number of hours up a mountain. So because the vegan fucking cooked with soy.
Yep.
And immediately, like, they're driving her down the mountain to get her to a hospital. Because what the doctor has, because, like, she started swelling up, and what the doctors told her is just like, you are not anaphylaxis yet, but you are closer than what you were. So when they've gone back up to figure out, like, what the fuck happened, was this a lapse of concentration? No, she did it deliberately. Because it's natural. It's not dangerous. If it had been the cousin that had eaten it, she wouldn't have made it to hospital.
Yep.
And if she wasn't so swollen and she couldn't get out of the chair, it's just like, get her out of here, because if I get up, I am going to kill her and bury her in the long drop.
Mm-hmm.
And the mates laughed. It's like, I'm not kidding. The sex can't be that good.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she's looking down on them because like they've gone out with guns and stuff and they're hunting the game animals that are out there, because there's deer out there.
Yeah.
Which is just such a funny thought, because why the fuck are there deer in Australia? And it's because obviously someone's released them because they wanted to hunt them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like, you know, she's rolling her eyes and being condescending and stuff. It's just like, it's a camping trip. Everything was in the event chat of like what this was going to be.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more there, Log. Don't date people who will run tests on you. Physical or mental, and arsenic and cyanide are natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how there's enough, I think it's cyanide in 3 apple seeds. Kill someone if you eat them.
I don't think that's true, because I definitely ate a lot of apple seeds as a kid. Or maybe like there is something specific you need to do with them to make them dangerous. Because I believe apricot pits are definitely dangerous.
But if you can physically eat an apricot pit, I think you deserve to eat the apricot pit, because that shit is, oh my god. That's the reason why they call it a stone fruit.
Shit, passing that.
Oh.
But you know what else is natural? Water.
Mm.
Let's see how long you can hold your breath.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how things are going in regards to specifically, so they started trying to get her to admit, like over text and email, she did it on purpose because they want to press charges.
Yeah.
And they basically told that friend, like, for as long as you are with her, you are invited to nothing.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that I don't have... Well, I do have some food allergies, but we don't know what causes it yet. Like, we know it's a type of chili. We don't know what type of chili is it that was fucking me up. But I also have a mild allergy when it comes to oranges. Like, if I leave fresh orange juice on my skin, it will cause rashes from overexposure, but I can eat it perfectly fine. Like, when I eat...
Just the citrus acid sitting there too long.
Yeah. Like, because I used to get rashes on my face all the time as a kid when I'd eat oranges.
Because you wouldn't be washing your face immediately afterwards.
Yep, because I was a grommet.
Kids are grubby.
Mm-hmm. But it's like now I have to, if I have a beard at the time, I have to wash my beard afterwards and wash my face and my hands, otherwise it will, if it starts to dry, start to give me the rash.
Because I only have intolerances. And they seem to be pretty easy for me to avoid. And yeah, so artificial strawberry flavoring makes it feel like it clears, like it makes my nose runny, and then it just feels like I've got freezer burn in my sinus.
Oh, ooh, no
like
thank you.
It clears it out entirely, and it's just, this feels awful, and I hate everything about my own existence.
Yuck. No thank you.
I have a bitter intolerance, so coffee is off the table. Can't miss what you've never had. And spinach.
Oh.
If I eat a little bit of it, I will feel queasy. If I eat enough of it, I'll throw up.
Oh, yum.
So yeah, when I tell people I don't eat spinach, it's like, oh, but spinach is delicious. It's like, well, spinach makes me throw up, so... because I went to a friend's place and they'd forgotten that I'm essentially allergic to spinach. Because what they do what they call lasagna soup.
Yep.
And they put spinach leaves in it, and it's just like, it's fine, I'll pick them out. Like, I'm not anaphylaxis, this is not going to kill me.
Yeah.
I certainly felt queasy for the entirety of the night because the spinach is all through it.
Yeah. God damn it,
But
war
it's like, no,
water.
this will not kill me, and I know that this was not done maliciously.
Yeah. No warm cold water, god damn it. So first they said asbestos is naturally in my walls, and then instead of queasy they wrote queefy. I'm like, ew.
So if you want that to ding, you're going to have to get up on the ladder.
Yeah, I know. Enough. Might as well do this one first. Before I start jumping up and down like a freaking idiot, trying to sound like a Korn lead singer. Just jumping up and down.
I like that sound, though.
So do I fucking love that sound. One is such a good metal band.
One of the things that frustrates me about metal fans is, like, at some point, yes, family life is going to happen for these singers. Because I think it was one of the band members for... Fuck, I can't remember who it is anymore. Skill something. Slipknot? I'm not sure anymore. But they were going through a metal detector at the airport, and she's like, oh, no metal detected, and like he's dressed like a dad sort of thing. It's like he's traveling.
Yeah.
And he is a dad. This is not the insult you think it is.
I'm surprised that Tentacle Supreme in all the photos that he's sending me of him and his son hasn't done the, like, the joke of, like, you know, khaki pants, shirt, like a polo shirt, like the stereotypical dad outfit. I would love to see him in the stereotypical dad outfit now. That would make my day.
So is the child a squidling or a cuttlefish?
Or I think Tentacle would probably say a cuttlefish. Because cuttlefish are incredibly intelligent.
They're also very cute.
Yes, cuttlefish are fucking adorable. I love Ulysses' claw from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's like, what? Tell me, Ulysses, what really scares you? Like cuttlefish. What? They're like deep sea creatures as well as, you know. But they change lights in their bodies to attract prey, and then they just eat them. Terrifying. Freaks me. Cuttlefish.
Which movie is this? I haven't seen it.
Age of Ultron.
Watched Age of Ultron. Why don't I remember that?
Well, Age of Ultron was, in my opinion, full of like really good gems when it comes to jokes, because Ultron and both Vision literally being pretty much born yesterday, as I like to put it in the movies and the sayings. They're naive. Like one of the best jokes that Ultron actually happens between Ultron and Ulysses is when Ulysses says, "Oh, you're just like Tony Stark," and Ultron gets all pissy about it. He goes to like lash out, and he chops off Ulysses' arm by accident. And Ulysses, you know, being a dude who just lost an arm, is screaming, blood's gushing out, and he's like, "Oh, right, oh, sorry, forgot about flesh." Forgot you humans have that flesh thing.
I'm trying to remember who Ulysses is.
Ulysses' claw is the vibranium smuggler.
Oh yes, that's right, the white guy.
Yeah, He plays a bit more of an active role as well in, I believe, the Black Panther movie with Killmonger.
Yeah, so that's where I definitely remember him from.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that particular character didn't make much of an impression on me.
Yeah, because in Age of Ultron, he doesn't have his cannon mechanical arm, so they made Ultron cut it off so that when he reappeared in Black Panther, he had his vibranium transforming arm that he uses as a weapon. It's a shame that they killed him off in Black Panther because, like, Ulysses Claw had so many more really good comic book moments, and he was a pretty decent villain as well. But you know, MCU, they do what they do. I'm very keen for the new Captain America to come out that's going to have Red Hulk as the villain, or one of the antagonists, I believe.
God, the amount of people who don't know that Red Hulk was a thing and just think he's just like a recolor, it's just like, oh, you fucking idiots.
The amount of people that didn't believe that She-Hulk was a fucking real thing and thought when, like, oh, fucking woke feminism because they made a female Hulk. But no, she's been around for decades.
She's been around for as long as what regular Hulk is. And one of the things that is discussed in her comics is that she has more control over it because estrogen.
Yeah.
And she overall stays in Hulk form because she gets taken more seriously in that form. Because that's just what it's like being a woman.
There are definitely Hulk moments with her where she speaks kind of stupid like a Hulk, but it's definitely not as often as Banner.
Why do women cry when they're angry? Because murder's illegal.
Oh, so tell me, why lesbian? Oh, you know, because world cold and hard and titties soft and warm. One of my favorite lesbian jokes. What is playing on Spotify right now? Why is this so sad sounding? Here. Yeah, Andy Serkis is also Gollum, the guy that played Ulysses. Trying to post that for 5 minutes, but my Twitch connection sucks balls in a very non-sexy way, yes.
Is that your phone or your desktop? Because I know that you're having trouble with your phone.
If
that's a log.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that's a regular log. I'm not sure. Phone, yeah.
Go to the Twitch site. I didn't know that Twitch had a desktop app because I've always used the site.
The desktop app is being discontinued though at some point soon.
I think it's already been discontinued.
Well, fuck. I mean, I never used it, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed until they announced that it was being discontinued. And it's like, there's an app on the desktop? What?
That's how Foxy was always in my chats. Back in Monsanto Rise days, he would just leave my channel on the app, and because he never turned off my computer, he would always hear me start streaming when he had headphones in. And now he's not in it as often anymore because the app was discontinued. Oh, I can't wait for Wilds.
We get new footage this weekend.
Podcast.
Because everything we've been seeing so far is from the Windy Plains. We're getting our first look at the Scarlet Forest next.
Oh yeah.
Scarlet Vale? Scarlet something. Gonna see some proper Lalabarina play. I feel like the armor is such a missed opportunity. because what they've shown us is that it makes something that looks very much like a floral maid dress. But when you look at the spider itself, like the way the hair's crown around the head, looks like a prima donna ballerina's headdress for Swan Lake.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about this.
You could have made something very, very funny out of, like, very pretty, but also kind of funny, because I want to run around in a tutu.
Yeah. And they have male and female armor sets, but you can choose between in any gender, isn't it? Oh, it's so much better.
Which means I can wear pants that cover all of my legs.
Mm-hmm.
Which has always been a complaint for me.
Yep.
Because I've noticed, like, what I've been seeing with a lot of demo stuff that I'm seeing is a lot of the guys are picking the female helms.
Mm-hmm.
And things like that. It's just like, yes. So I'm gonna be, like, fashion hunting, like, the entire time. It's like, whichever one of the two pieces I like better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
I am stoked to actually be able to have my male characters wearing, like, heels. Not in the sense of, like, oh, look at these little pumps, but no, I want the full clad heavy armor heels. Alright, what are we missing? The light hedges.
Yeah, you'll need the ladder for that.
Alright, I'll get on that one.
I will open the list and I'll just start going down it. One of the walls.
Yeah. Come on, game. Thank you. Oh my lord. Just trying to find that position of, hey, I've grabbed. Can I get the ladder? Can I get the ladder? Thank you.
Okay. You'll get that one. You'll do that. This one.
Give it. Yeah, it's all the up lights, but I missed that ledge over there. It's just tunnel lights. This side somewhere. This one. Yeah.
Huh, I couldn't see it flashing.
I was just like hovering over each of them to get like the tunnel light name on my screen. This one was a pretty long, clean.
It was a big job, yeah.
Mm.
A lot of surface area.
Yeah.
Because normally with the big jobs, there's not quite so much ceiling. Like even with the bathroom, there wasn't that much ceiling.
Yeah. Okay, next is clean the fortune teller's wagon. Check out my new wheels. Everyone says I could talk the hind legs off a turkey, so I'm joining the traveling fairground as a fortune teller. Got the name and now I've got the ride. Picked it up from an old lady at a bargain price online. I was the only bidder. She wasn't happy and said she'd curse me if I didn't pay her the going rate, but it's not my fault she didn't set a reserve price. It's not like she even looked after the wagon. It's covered in anything and everything you can imagine. The rest of the fairground is pristine, so please help. Go clean the fortune teller's wagon. What achievements? Is there one for fortune teller's wagon? Oh, there was one for that jet before, which was complete the private jet laser and anti-gravity parts first. Oh well, that was easy to do anyway.
Remembering to get dressed.
Yep. Well, can't see one. There's the paddy wagon, but that's SpongeBob. Yeah, it looks like a little bunch of DLC stuff. But, you know, if there's one for it later, oh well.
Okay, well, I'm starting then. Because, yeah, I always make sure to not start until you've checked.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if you're not commenting because you haven't noticed or you just don't care.
About what?
The crystal ball.
Ulysses, what are you doing in there? There's no kitty cats back behind me. I was thinking, oh, the monster truck must be behind me. No. Ulysses? Are you stuck inside the ball?
Tiny penises are announcing themselves.
Have you seen the YouTube short explaining one of the world's most poorly aged video game DLC contents?
No.
So, you know the whole thing about Dr. Disrespect?
I only became aware of him when his career started imploding because he is a gross predator.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Dr. Disrespect had his whole Twitch contract cancelled, which was the huge thing to begin with, until everyone found out the reason was because he is a child predator. Allegedly. Can't say it's been proved yet, so I have to say allegedly. The video game where you got to play as the Predator from the Predator franchise, they decided to do a Dr. Disrespect DLC before this all came out, where
Ooh.
Dr. Disrespect's DLC was a Predator skin. So you played as Dr. Disrespect being a Predator. It is so badly aged. Like, where are they? Ooh. Oh my god.
Well, I wonder, like, if it was originally going to be a player skin, and then they found out what was going on, and then they switched it to being a predator skin.
That would have been the most subtle way of telling people, hey,
Well, there's nothing subtle about it.
yeah.
Something I greatly respect about the creators of Welcome to Night Vale is, so when they do the weather, it's actually just an indie band. It's a song. It's great. I love it. They re-released an episode because they changed who the weather was because they found out that, well, essentially he was a rapist.
Oh my god.
So they removed him entirely.
Good. Well,
and they put someone else there, and it's just like, yeah, no, we're not supporting that. You don't get exposure from us anymore. Go fuck yourself. Absolutely not.
Good on them.
Because they're an independent thing. It's essentially crowd-funded sort of thing. Like, they get sponsors and stuff, but it's just like, nope. Because what they do is, like, because they're theater kids, essentially. Now, theater adults. What they do is, if there is a musician that's out busking, and they like the sound, like, you know, they like the music and stuff, they will offer them, you know, like, hey, do you want to be on a segment on our podcast? And obviously, full credit goes to them. I believe they get a little bit of money.
And if you're on not only a paying gig, no matter how much it pays, and then it's also a popular thing you're doing for, that's great exposure. And they're also paying them. I hate those, like, social media platformers. It's like, I can pay you an exposure. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure I can go to my, you know, my
Yeah, my groceries don't get paid in exposure, mate.
yeah, sure I can get $300 worth of groceries and go up there and goes, it's okay, here's my exposure that I've had. I'll pay you with my exposure.
Because, yeah, they were all, like, you know, theater actor sort of thing, at some point where they probably did have to do a couple of unpaid gigs to get their names out there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, no, we're going to help uplift everyone else as well. Because that's what you do. When you get successful, you don't pull the ladder up behind you.
Yep. I'm super proud of Lars getting up to 800 followers. That's awesome. Like, I was over the moon when Zelda fan was like, hey, I'm an affiliate now. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Because, like, they keep lowering the bar to make it easier for people to become affiliates. It's still effort you've got to put in. You've still got to find your audience. Because one of Dell's friends, he kept getting, like, that final follow that he needed to be affiliate, and then someone else would unfollow.
Yeah.
So during one of Dell's streams, he was talking about it. She's like, well, Lang, I just gave you that follow that you need. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And then he's gone and followed my channel, and it's just like, well, that was a waste of time, my dude. It's like, oh my god, Aggro's such a nice person. And it's just like, yes, they're clearly very caring with that icon. Which is the screaming cat on my head whilst I give the finger.
That has, like, the energy of, don't you ever talk to me or my son again.
Well, what it is, specifically, is the cat is screaming because it wants to be fed.
Oh, yeah.
It was a combination of 3 conversations and an art prompt that resulted in that. And that is now is a much higher resolution version of that is going to be my PNG tuber. No, it was Willow that was screaming to be fed. It was back when we still had the ferrets and we had them on a raw diet, so she could smell that good stuff and she wanted it. So she would scream at me because I'm not giving her the good stuff.
Scram. Yeah. You having fun there?
Yes.
Trying to get the wheel to ding, was it?
No, was trying to get on the top of the wheels, and it's just like, I don't want to go get anything for that.
Yeah,
Because
understandable.
like it's just too tall, and it's just like, I want to get it for just that.
I
Because I can reach it if I jump.
Yep. Oh, especially
There's so much cheese in that fridge.
What?
Here, where I live.
Oh. Oh, then I look down now, it's like, I'm eating cheese. I took lactose tablets. God damn it, Log.
I live with 2 lactose intolerant people, and there has never been more cheese in the house that I live in.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, ding, you son of a bitch.
Me, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, pretty
ding.
much. Like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, finally. I will not apologize for art. Cheese art, says Long.
Cheese is just a loaf of milk.
Oh my god, I just got reminded of Game Grumps' David Cheeseman. Oh. When they ended up doing like the Game Grumps or the Grumps episode of 10 Minute Power Hour when they were taking bacteria swabs of things. So they busted out David Cheeseman after being in a plastic bag for over a year. And they were like, oh my god. And it's like, what happens though if we take the swab of the inside of my mouth or of your underwear and it has the same bacteria as David Cheeseman? They're like, uh-oh. Watch screen going on. Oh, don't you bring llamas with hats into this log.
What is wrong with you? Well, I kill people and eat ham. That's
That's
2
two
things.
things. Oh my god, are those faces? Yeah, they're raw. That's disgusting.
No, it's just like they're more raw than I thought they would be.
Yeah. Raw face is just disgusting.
Raw face is worse.
My tummy was making the rumblies that only hands could satisfy.
The rumblies. I remember quoting that with someone who was good whilst we were hanging out with someone who was decidedly very bad, and it's not who you think it is. And they're like, what is wrong with you people? So we perfectly in sync just went, well, I kill people and eat hands, so that's two things. He was very, very unhappy with that.
Oh, that's where I did not apologize for art came from. Ah.
Was it the meat dragon that he was talking about, or was it the faces?
I think that would have been... Yeah, actually, I don't know, to be honest, with that one.
Been a while.
I also know there's the piano of human teeth.
I think that was like just stuff that was being listed off whilst Paul was leaving. Well, I don't need you. You? You don't know what my name is.
It's Paul. Wait, you're a man?
Excuse me, I have some photos I must delete.
Oh, piano full of swans, apparently. Is, that log said they unfortunately watched it last week. And it said, did you finish your meat dragon? Yes. It's horrifying. Thank you.
Also, have you noticed the volcano?
No, because I haven't been on a... Oh, shit. Yeah, it's getting much worse. It's only a little bit bad.
You're gonna start getting a little bit of lore soon.
Ew.
Because this is one of 7 maps that are left.
Oh, wow.
time to sacrifice a child and maybe one to the volcano too. God damn it, log.
Yeah, there's a lot of nooks and crannies that you don't suspect in this one, and it's very annoying.
Yep. Just like orc butts.
Unexpected nooks and crannies.
Suspiciously deep.
I will trust your experience on the matter.
Where they like to keep all their treasure.
I will trust your experience on the matter.
I love stupid little jokes like that. Like my auntie would always tell me, like, you know, elephants like to hide inside of cherry trees and paint their nails red so they won't see them. What? What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, yeah, you've never seen one before, have you? No. No, I have not. Well, yes, because they're so good at it.
I just like to yes and it in such a way that you're the one that has to elaborate. Like, let's see how weird you want to make this.
Yeah.
I'm so worried about pushing you off right now. You are very close to the edge.
I know, I'm stuck on something as well.
Now here, I'll help.
It just looked like, you know, when you sit in one of those massage chairs in the mall. That's what and your vision goes like all back and forth. That's what my game looked like there.
I wouldn't know. I've never used them.
They are both delightful and a nightmare.
Like I sat in one once and then I didn't turn it on because it's just like, oh, okay, this is gonna do absolutely nothing for me.
Oh, absolutely not for you, no.
none of the massage things are in the correct place, it would likely just hurt me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I was actually cleaning something that was not malicious. I have video evidence. I wanted to be malicious, I'll do this.
I'm trying to get little bits and pieces, you fuck.
I don't taste blood anymore, that's always fun. Away! Come on, you fucker. Thank you.
Be careful.
Yep. Shifting over here.
Trying to get the undersides of this damn thing. I haven't dinged yet.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get lower.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Thank you. Loads of it is like 99%, 97%,
Love that.
95%.
There's an achievement for doing a job all the way up to 95% on everything before completing a single one. I'm like, that's bullshit. I don't even know what I marked then. Roof underside.
I'm starting from the top of the list.
Alright, I'll go from the bottom of the list. So, skylight roof ribs. Oh, that's easy to figure out what the fuck that means.
I think I need the ladder. I can Aha, it was this.
Wheel. Hello there, it's this one. Okay. The fine, how do you do?
No, you got the chest I was trying to get.
I just saw like yellow there. I'm like, clean. Skylight windows.
I was trying to find where it was. Oh wow, yep, that underside is fucking filthy. Frescas. Frescas. Word.
Window frames. This one. I'll put that stool over here. Come on. Come here. Come here, fucker. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. Right. No, I need it.
So do I! Fuck you!
Wait, are we doing the same fresco? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Roof trims.
You want to take the ladder? I'm up here now.
I'm trying to figure out which roof trim.
This thing just does not want to get clean.
It's because it's on the upside.
Yeah, I did the whole upside and underneath it now too. I think it might have been because of the way the ladder was sitting. Wall trim. Wait, there's wall trims, wall decorative trims. This is definitely our last one, because I know that we are over a bit at the moment. And by a bit, I think probably 20 minutes at this point. But that's because I thought this job would be a lot quicker.
Nope, this one is deceptively finicky. Right.
Huzzah! Okay, roof trippers.
This yellow one is one that needs it. Okay, yep. It sucks if they're on this side and they flash because they're fucking yellow and it's hard to see. Okay, there's one behind us. Yep. Who is left?
Two of the fuckers, apparently. Oops, sorry. Oh, fuck. Fat fingering everything here.
Okay, this long one that the ladder is on. That's flashing.
Here we go.
You've almost got to unfocus your eyes a bit to see it. Ah.
Reclex 0, how big of? Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh.
Okay, don't do anything with that. I will take care of it.
Oh, good.
Haha, you were blue the whole time.
I changed to pink at some point. I could have sworn I did.
There you go. I will drop out and I will take care of that bot.
That is all good. I know that there is an ancient statue achievement because I keep seeing
Siri bot.
Siri bot?
Excellent for dealing with spam bots like this. It like instantly bans them.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, I'll look into that. But where?
It is very much the one that pretty much all streamers use because this stuff shows up for like a microsecond.
Yep. Completely clean the ancient monument using the white nozzle. Oh, it's gonna take forever.
Well, with the more powerful nozzle, it shouldn't be difficult, and it's all just dust, honestly.
Yeah. Sweet. Alrighty, well, thank you for coming out again. Having fun and all that shit. Oh.
Why aren't you disappearing? There, no. Okay, fine. I can do this manually too. Whatever.
Well, alright. Here they go. They are gone now.
Yeah, because I did it manually.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for coming out and having fun. Ooh.
No problem. I'm not completing that report because it actually wants me to write stuff out.
It's,
It's like, tell us more. It's a fucking bot.
yeah, fuck off. Well, anyway, I will catch you. Today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for more power wash.
Yeah. Just stretch.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you for coming out. I'll see you another time.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god, full 3 hours there. So, I believe... Oh no, Hobbit stopped streaming. Oh, that makes me sad. Anyway, we're going to call this one here. It's almost been a full 3 hours, and it's not great for my spine. And considering I can feel my sacrum going, yeah, we're gonna go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out, having fun. I'll be back later on tonight, either with an art stream or more zombie killing WAP Goblin on Dead Rising Redux Remastered, what are the fucking calling it? Deluxe Remastered, that's it. Such a stupid title. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on a different stream. Hope you had a good one. And I better start saying it. If you're on my YouTube looking at this, like and subscribe. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.